Thank God they didn't go to the Love Hotel. 7-7. Today was Sunday, and we were on our way to the Kanabi ward. It had become so routine at this point, it felt like that. Yet the villagers still haven't given us a proper reason. What? Hadn't given us a proper reason. Proper response. But fortunately, us visiting every weekend wasn't the least bit irritating to them. In fact, we were welcomed with open arms, as if we were part of their village. I think Yorihime was the main reason for this. It wouldn't be the same if I had come alone. That's why we didn't dislike going over there, but if we don't finalize things soon, we're gonna have problems. Don't worry, you got your jobs. Alright, it's fine. Money is not an issue at this point. It's the labor that's the big issue now. Morning. And there was another reason I was enjoying traveling over there. Yorihime always prepared lunch for us. It was a gorgeous spread every time. I took the lunch basket in one hand and Yorihime's hand in the other. She giggled softly and squeezed my hand in return. Her hand was so warm and soft. Just touching a part of her body was enough to make me feel happy. I now understood that. Oh, yeah. She breathed a sigh of relief. Yeah, it was hard. I mean, we told the others about us last night. They congratulated us and nullified their own pacts with me. I was happy about that, but while the pacts were in effect, I couldn't have any contact with anyone. Wait. I couldn't have any contact with one specific person. I remembered hearing that at some point. I had technically broken that rule, so I just hoped I wouldn't be cursed down the line. The whole pact business is a little scary. Yeah. Foreshadowing? What do you mean by that? Olaf can't replace an answer. I kinda see what you're getting at, though. Yeah. Her eyes told me just how much she trusted me. I felt blessed. We got on our private bus to Kanabi Ward once again. Up until now, we had naturally left a bit of space between us, but now we were like two peas in a pod. Hand in hand. Mouth in mouth. Never mind. Even the simple swaying of the bus, it seemed like a fun roller coaster as I held the hand of my crush. I don't think you should continue calling her your crush. I think there's a more apt word to describe her at the moment. You know, kind of like the opposite of how she describes you. You know, your wife. Just a thought. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing when we left. Sundays were the busiest days, with families and such at the beach. So there was no way we wouldn't be working. It would help if they made up their minds today.
丈夫だと思いますよ。
Yeah. Yorihime nodded with an optimistic smile.
きっとそんな気がします。
It may have been her usual optimism speaking, but I chose to believe her.
ゆうたさん、起きてください。また寝てしまいましたね。
Yeah, it's like a magic sleeping bus. Being woken up by Yorihime's gentle voice after a nap gave me an amazingly cozy feeling. Oh, they're all waiting for us. The last 2 or 3 times the villagers had been waiting for us around this time. I thought it was weird at first, but it was just proof they were excited for us to visit. Hello?
こんにちは。
Howdy. Huh? You two are holding hands now? You two are holding hands now? I was doing it completely unconsciously. Yeah, you were probably still holding her hand while you were unconscious. Well, we're officially dating now, but I still call her my crush. Oh, I see. I don't remember what voice I gave him. They all muttered happily and muttered happily to one another. You two are a good match. Well, kind of. You do realize you've only seen him with one girl. I don't think you can compare. I don't think you can. You know what? Sure. Is that so? Half knowingly, I tilted my head bashfully to deny it. I don't know. We're like Beauty and the Beast.
そんなことありませんよ。
Yorihime was the first one to speak up.
これ以上お似合いのカップルはないと思います。だってもう私にはあなたしかいない。
Whoa, getting steamy here. Yorihime's cheeks reddened as she became aware of what she had said. Yeah, I think we really are the best couple. You're the perfect girl for me as well. Oh, you've got him in your pocket. He whistled loudly with his fingers in his mouth. The small crowd was a humorous bustle, but it honestly wasn't embarrassing. Yikes! I can't talk. What? You're gonna work now? Yes. We decided to keep quiet about it until it was decided. But we decided to keep it quiet until it was decided, but decided to reveal our plan. Perfection. Absolute perfect writing. Bro, do you know what syllables are? I was surprised that you even got that much through donations.
趣旨を考えれば広く薄く気持ちをいただく方が理にかなっているのですが、ただ私たちの力不足もあり、ここが限界と判断しました。それで事前の策としての行動です。いずれにしろ錠剤には違いありませんからね。
What do you say, Kanamatsu? Maybe we should get our butts in gear. Kanamatsu was technically the leader. Unlike his passionate father, he was apathetic. At least, that was my impression. Kanamatsu didn't answer promptly, but turned to us. I was surprised, truth be told. You said you're the daughter of a shrine priest. Is that the only person you, is that the only reason you have so much gumption? Really? Maybe I shouldn't have given him a younger sounding voice. He didn't seem to doubt us, but was just befuddled by all this.
それだけです。
Oh, I see. I sound like Takamura now. I thought for a second that revealing her identity might be wise, but Yorihime didn't seem to think so. Alright then. You've already done so much. If no one has any objections, we doing the Shimenawa event this year? No one did. At least no one present here. We can't drag our feet here. Maybe we should hold a town meeting. I did it the wrong way around. Maybe we should hold a town meeting. Yeah, okay. Let's get to it. I'm trying to make them distinct, but it's not really working, you know? The leader in relation to the shrine events had power in the village, and was also technically Kannabi Ward's mayor. The only difference between the two is one does worse for my throat than the other. With Kanamatsu leading the way, they all headed back into the village. We'll take it. We'll tell you how it went later. Can you all wait a bit? Yes.
Hi.
We have decided we will banish you from the village. Well, that's... well, looks like everything's gone down to shit, and we got the bad ending. I hope they finally make up their minds.
きっと大丈夫ですよ。
She still held her belief close.
それにしても、さっきは嬉しかったです。
Just now,
私しかいないと言ってくれて。私が無理に言わせたのでなければいいのですが。
no, it's not like that. I didn't go out of my way to say it just 'cause of our pact. That's how I truly feel.
はい。
She nodded happily and took my hands in hers.
では、待っている間にお弁当をいただきましょうか。
Yeah, let's eat. We headed to our usual spot on the edge of a garden the owner was nice enough to let us use.
今日はゆうたさんの好きな中華風の唐揚げですよ。
Oh, right. Now this is officially my girlfriend's handmade lunch. Although the flavor was probably the same, but the feeling I would have while eating was vastly different. Yeah, she made it with more love. A handmade lunch, and my girlfriend made it. Obviously, it would be amazing.
いいえ、彼女のではありませんよ。
Yeah, you're still a bit off though. Huh?
私はあなたの妻です。祝言こそまだですけれど、でも気持ちはとっくにそのつもりです。ですから、あえて言うなら愛妻弁当でしょうか。
Oh, loving wife lunch. Repeating it just seemed like a good idea. I was ecstatic. Being able to savor this heavenly lunch next to my loving wife. I did a small jog when I sat. Yorihime just looked at me lovingly. I was a lucky man, getting the girl like this to be my bride. It was becoming more real every moment. After about an hour, we got a call and headed back over to the foot of the bridge. Takamura and Kanematsu were waiting for us. All set? All set? All set? Fuck, I know how you... The inflection, you know? I don't know what... He pointed at us with a smile. Ah. He looked at one another. We looked at one another and smiled broadly. Thank you so much. Oh, it's a little weird coming from me, huh? Now that it's decided, we can buy materials here as usual. But since you two are already working, maybe we should just leave it to you. Fuck. Man, of course you're gonna give him all the responsibility. You could have, I don't know, eased some of the... What's the word? Eased some of the baggage. And, you know, maybe instead of having them pay the whole 100,000 yen, you could give them a bit of your own yen, you know? Even 1,000 yen is 1,000 yen is a bit expensive, but it would be very helpful. We'll take care of it. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. My father was so passionate, but once the leader switched, everyone suddenly lost heart and quit. It's strange that it would be revived just like that. Kanematsu couldn't restrain a smile. It can't restrain a voice either. I thought you were a weird pair at first, with that fucking floating cloth and everything. But you have a strange power far beyond your years. Maybe it's how that strange cloth is floating and shit. And Kanematsu was taken aback by all this, it seemed.
では、バイトのことがありますので、しばらくは来られなくなりますが、よろしくお願いします。
Yes. See, look, that fucking cloth is floating again. You got it. You got it. You got it. Give Tora my regards. They waved goodbyes, and we made our way to the bus stop.
これで憂いなく働けますね。
Yep.
私にとって初めてのお仕事ですが、でもあなたと一緒ならきっと大丈夫ですよね。
Yeah. It's my first job too, you know. How would this turn out? I mean, I wasn't that worried about it. Oh, right, you're a Hime. So you didn't reveal that you're a goddess. I mentioned that she had a chance to say it when talking to Kanematsu. I thought it might clear things up a bit if you did.
それはそうかもしれません。ただ、それも良くないような気がして。
Unwise.
女神と人間の間である種の断絶があるのは、その理由は期待に応えることができないからなのです。
Wishes.
神頼みという言葉もありますからね。けれど、女神など無力なものです。
She had been saying that since she arrived.
人々が本当に望むこと、例えば幸せであるとか、そういったものは与えることができませんから。
Oh. Up until now, I couldn't grasp what she meant by being powerless. I thought she was being modest, or was referring to her shawl or something. Those might be valid reasons, but what she just said was the root of the matter.
言葉は悪いですが、餌で釣るようなことはしたくないんです。それに、期待 いに応えられないと知った時、人々の気持ちはますます離れていってしまうでしょうから。
I mean, I get what where she's coming from, right? Because essentially the problem is God is this like unknown entity that no one has ever seen before, right? But Yorihime, if she revealed that she was a goddess, kind of manifests the kind of makes it she basically becomes the physical manifestation of God, right? So all of the burdens that people face and pray to God to help them get through those burdens kind of all go onto Yorihime now and be like, can you help me with this, or like this, or like this, or like this, right? It's fucking, it's annoying at best, and at worst you're kind of ruining people's lives. The problem is that if she was to reveal that she was a goddess, people would be relying on her to an unnecessary degree. That's the TLDR, right? And then, you know, once people find out that she isn't the all-powerful one true god or whatever, even though, I mean, when it comes to Shintoism, there are multiple, that is, I don't know that much about Japanese religions, but, you know, it's not Christianity, even though, well, yeah, it's not Christianity.
私たちにできるのは五十里四方の安寧を守るだけ。虫がいいかもしれませんが、見返りのことは考えずに女神に気持ちを寄せてほしい、そう思うんです。
I see. But Yorihime, you can meet my wishes.
Eh?
It was a bit corny, and I looked out the bus window. I mean, I made you my wife, and I'm so happy. I can barely contain my happiness, seriously. I turned back to face her and smiled.
私も
Yorihime squeezed my arm tightly as she responded. 7, 8, 9. Now that there was no doubt we were a couple, it was obvious we wanted to go home together after school. But I wanted her to also spend time with her friends, so we could go home after that. So I figured I might as well say hi to my own. You don't do that normally? Fuck. I forgot which one I gave Ikeda and which one I gave Kendo. To think the day would come when you would grace us with your presence once more. You being sarcastic? Not in the slightest. I'm serious. That didn't help my case. Didn't help his case. Sheesh, you dating a beautiful girl like that? Spears are gonna rain down from the sky. Shut up. Boo-hoo. The screen is blurred with my tears. Are you thinking that... are you thinking of that game you played yesterday? What? Why would I be... Yeah, I played a game yesterday too. It was called Magical Marriage Lunatics. Never mind. Ando's voice wavered. That was sarcasm this time. We were linked up on a game trying to defeat a big monster. It's Monster Hunter. I died. You really suck at this. Were you always this bad? I haven't played in a while. It's a bit rusty. Pish. Guess you're too busy playing with Yorihime.
I mean, he has a job too, technically, so, you know, it's not like we're always playing. Boo-hoo.
How long you gonna cry for? Somebody console him. Somebody console him.
I'm trying to do Surfer Dude, just sounds like Sonic. Bad Sonic. Yet no one volunteered. These guys were a cold bunch, myself included, I guess. But we'll always be friends, right? Right? Yeah. Well, if we've never been more than friends or less, so what was I to you anyway? I'm telling you we're friends.
It seems like he was hoping for something else.
I hate that he was, because it's fucking my name, nickname.
You're hoping for what?
I was saved from this ridiculous exchange by Yorihime's face. Saved by the wife.
今日はちょっとみんなに冷やかされてしまいました。
Yeah, but it wasn't as homoerotic as Ando. Oh, about us?
正確に言うと、直接的にはちょっと違うのですが。今日は顔に締まりがないからと。
Relaxed? Well, yeah, I would expect her to be stressed out if she had a deadline. if she has a deadline to raise 100,000 yen. Of course, she would be stressed when she was uncertain of whether or not she would be able to reach that 100,000 yen in the deadline. Now that she's got a job, she can reach it, and then some, probably. I don't know how much the woman pays, but, you know, she squeezed her cheeks together as if to massage her face. But you're always wearing a healthy smile.
それにしても、だそうです。
でも、
ニヨニヨしてしまうのは仕方がありませんよね。
Yeah, but this isn't a relaxed face. Hearing that word, it made it more apparent. Right. Her smile does look different from usual. That's for a different reason. And the reason is right in front of her face. I suppose it would surprise her friends, seeing her smile more casually like this.
いろいろ思い出してしまって。
Lewd things? Never mind. All sorts of things.
やだ、言わせないでください。
Don't tell me I'm right. Yorihime pushed gently on my chest as she squirmed shyly.
接吻のこととか。
You just went ahead and said it. I laughed out loud. Well, as long as you're just thinking about the kiss, all right? It's wholesome, all right? Her cheeks blushed as she giggled. Especially, listen, she knows smut, all right? She knows what raunchy is. So, like, I took her hand in mine, and we locked fingers. Well, if you looked like that all day, it makes sense that they'd tease you.
自分でもそう思いました。
Well, I was smoky too whenever I thought about it. Maybe because I was so entranced, but I couldn't recall the feeling of her lips. That's a bad... Damn, what a bad husband. Am I right, Yorihime? Wait, no, that makes it... Okay, maybe I should finally bring this up. Yorihime is still 6th, and it's not because she is 6th place, but I just... There's just something, right? There's just something, I don't know what it is, but it's kind of... it still feels early for me. It still feels a bit too early for me to give her a ranking different to 6th. I don't know. It's probably because we haven't done much romance stuff. But yeah, I guess that's why. It felt like the memory was shrouded in mist, one I couldn't quite make out. But there would be many chances to come. Oh, oh, would there be? There was no reason to get flustered.
私、小説の知識としてはいろいろと知っているつもりではあったのですが。
I felt her hand get warm inside mine as she spoke.
でも、知識と実際は全く違うものなのですね。それが私、よーくわかりました。
Oops. You mean kissing?
ええ。
She nodded heavily, blushing crimson. It wasn't just my just my imagination that her hand got warmer, it seemed.
本当に知識だけならたくさん仕入れているつもりではあるのですが。
What kind of knowledge?
やだ。
Hee. She pushed my chest again, but didn't go ahead and say it like before. Well, that's because she's thinking about the smut in her novels.
それでは頭でっかちに過ぎないということが分かりました。ですから。
I did it again. Oh wait, no I didn't.
これから私にいろいろと教えてくださいね。
I mean, that would be a pretty hot way to transition into a hate scene, but I don't think he's that forthcoming when it comes to sex, especially. My ears burned in response to her hot breath, but my back seemed to shiver. Sure. All I could muster was a measly whimper.
ちょっと浜田さんのところに行ってもいいでしょうか。
Yeah.
ちょっと確認しておきたいことがあって。
Uniform? Yeah, an apron like that.
Hamada pointed with...
yeah, an apron like that.
Hamada pointed with her chin at the next shop over. The lady just had an apron over her regular clothes.
やっぱり。
So what about it?
もし構わなければ、エプロンは自分で用意してもよろしいでしょうか。
Yeah, I don't mind.
ありがとうございます。可愛いのを選びたいなと思いまして。
Thinking about it, it meant a lot to Yorihime who loves shopping.
I get it. You're cut about the rest. So you gotta have an apron, that is too.
So, you okay with a Speedo? Okay, so the girls wear regular clothes, but the guys have to wear swimsuits. Yuta, I don't understand the connection.
Oh,
wait, my grandpa? Bro. Like 4 generations, 5 generations. The old lady is definitely... No, she does have a grandson.
Oh, my grandpa, when he was a young man,
had a you could grate cheese on. She indulged in her nostalgia for about 10 minutes. But still, no, I shouldn't say it, but there's no customers. The beach was crowded as usual, but you could hear a pin drop inside Hamada. Hamada.
Oh, yeah. They all go next door. It must be because of the little girlie working there.
So when Yorihime works here, you know... I'm still thinking about the grandpa thing. It's like the way she describes it is like she's talking about her husband, but she didn't say her husband. She said grandpa. Hang on. Yeah, my grandpa. That may have very well been the reason. Next door was bustling. So was that pretty important for beach restaurants then? Well, yeah. People come here to let loose, you know. Yeah, so people might meet that special someone, eh? Or so they think, but they're wrong. That's all Graham's life lesson number 1. Don't you have any more positive life lessons? I'm sour. Butter even? What? You mean bitter? So from the 13th, it's Hamadaya's time to shine. Well, Yorihime will be working at your shop, so... Oh, I get you. Oh, I'll get my abacus ready. It really is ancient. She pulled out her smartphone as she chuckled to herself. She was quite the joker.
どういうことですか?
Well, I mean, you're pretty, so people will want to visit the shop. And considering Yuna, who isn't considered pretty compared to the other girls in this world, Yorihime will attract more attention. Did I say Yuta instead of Yuna? Whatever. Yuna brings in a lot of people at the Honeydew, right? So Yorihime would bring in more attention to Hamadaya. She blushed, but I could tell she liked the subtle praise. No, really now. I'm expecting a lot from you two. I don't think Yuta's hot enough to attract any female customers.
Hi.
Yes. Just because he supposedly bagged the hottest wife, 7-9, doesn't mean he himself is the hottest husband. Yeah. And we went shopping right away after the bell the next day. And that rhymed. Our objective was a cute apron. We figured the boutique wouldn't stock it. So we took the train to the department store.
百貨店ならいろいろと置いてありますかね?
Probably, yeah.
前にスーパーの衣料品コーナーで買ったのですが、ちょっとあんまり品揃えがなかったので。
Oh, right. You cook a lot, so you already have one. She nodded.
本当はなるべく可愛いのにしたかったのですが、ちょっと。
It seemed like she doesn't really like the one she had. I see. I'd like to see you wearing it though.
お仕事が始まったら毎日見られますよ。
Or rather,
というか
only an apron. I mean, well, in the house rather, not as part of your work, or not as part of your work uniform.
私まだまだなんですよね。
I know. I think my thought process was better. A long way to go.
旦那様をお迎えするにあたっての心構えや競技作法。妻ですからね。
She stated it decisively, but I still don't quite understand her plight. But you even bowed down to the ground to greet me, so... that's what she was referring to, right?
いえいえ、そんなものじゃありませんよ。
Okay.
あーんで食べさせてあげたり、
Oh,
お背中をお流ししたり。
I like where this is going. Oh.
猛吹雪で凍えそうな時は一 と肌で温めてあげたり。
Okay, she's gone down fanfic territory now. It's warm here it's warm here year round, okay?
私ったら
Yeah, that's why you need to set up those scenarios by going into the mountains, alright? Not the ones around here, like the snowy peaks in Hokkaido. You know, you're going there to ski, right? And then you know, you get. I'm trying to reference Persona 4 with the main character and Naruto. But it's kind of hard to reference a game that isn't really mainstream because most people wouldn't know what I'm referencing. Was this the kind of nurturing a demanding husband would expect? I would never demand it from her, but if she was this willing, then I couldn't help but be happy about it.
ですので、もうちょっと待ってもらえたらと思うのですが。
Yeah, but I'm not really worth that much effort, you know?
いえいえ。
Yorihime gripped my arm tightly and pressed her body into mine. Having her body suddenly press against me felt nice.
あなたは私の旦那様ですから。ですので、私がお世話をするのは当然のことなんですよ。
Yeah. Regardless of what I thought of myself, I was her beloved. I needed to live up to that position to the best of my ability.
ああ、いいですね。こんなに大きいと。
Let's hope that the store is important enough to have a CG. Yorihime looked up at the building with joy.
品揃えが良さそうです。
Yeah, totally. Although I usually never go to department stores. They had countless products in the store, beyond just aprons. Yorihime's eyes darted around anxiously. We ended up buying more than we planned, and by the time we left, the long summer day was already coming to a close.
すみません。こんな大荷物になってしまって。
Why the apology?
でも可愛いエプロンが買えて大満足です。
Well, at least she got what she wanted. Yorihime bought two of the same apron, one for work and one for home. I thought she was just gonna buy one apron and then have it for both, but yeah, that's smart. There were other ones I saw that were cute too, but she went with her instincts. I'd like to come home to her in an apron at some point. But only an apron would be better. No one else but me.
ヒュータさんが今考えていることを当ててあげましょうか。
Go ahead.
私がエプロン姿であなたを出迎えるということですね。
Oh, bingo.
裸で。
That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that, not him. Fuck him. Me. Wait, no. I'm doing it again. That's a little off. Why'd you deny her, though? Naked, with only an apron. Yorihime had a bit more knowledge than I thought. You're still underestimating how much fucking smut she reads. Bro, she's a closeted pervert. I don't know why you're not realizing this. You've caught her reading smut twice. 7:13. There's still 2 days before actually going to work.
明日から夏休みに入るわけですが、バイトも結構ですが、宿題を忘れないようにしてくださいよ。
Yeah, but homework isn't important when you need to make money.
Oh, right. We have homework too. And here I was ready to start my job, and I couldn't forget that my student duties took priority.
では以上です。
Stand, bow.
It's finally over. Let's go to the arcade. Come on.
Sorry, but I gotta start my job right now. Wait, but I thought he started his job. Wait. It's the... Why is it so slow? Why is it... It's... Why is it lagging? Either way, I saw 13th, so yeah, I thought...
You have a job?
It starts today.
What kind of job? If it's at an erotic shop, then hook me up.
Yeah, mates rates, you know. Wait, no, that's only for tradies.
Nope, at the beach.
Oh, so can I come and visit you? Yeah, you can. But I'll just treat you like a customer. It's work, you know.
You're so serious.
Well, duh.
I bet you just want to use that opportunity to ignore me. Ando.
No, that's not true at all. I bet it is true. Where... We headed back home first to get a bite of the honeydew. Then it was time for work.
行きましょ
This is prime CG time, right? You know, her in the not bikini, her in the... Why am I blanking? Her in the apron, working, waitressing, you know. I mean, it would kind of be like Yuna's TG with her in a uniform, but you know, it's Yorihime. That's why it's different. I could tell she was tense at a glance. We walked off. Yorihime, you're swinging the same arm forward as your leg. What? Wait. I felt like I was forgetting something, then looked at her. Oh, where's your apron?
う。忘れてしまいました。すぐに取ってきますね。
This is the first time she's ever worked. You don't have to rush like that. Whoa. Are you okay? She tripped over her feet, and I helped her back up. I squatted down and noticed her knee was all scraped up. It wasn't serious, but her skin was normally so smooth and sensitive, so she was in a bit of pain.
ダメですね。今からこんなに緊張しては。
Are you that nervous?
やっぱり初めてのお仕事ですし、私、おっちょこちょいですし。
True. I get that. I was maybe not clumsy on my first when I worked for the first time, but nervous is probably a better way to describe it. Is the right way to describe it. It'll be fine. Well, it's my first job too. Yorihime checked to her left and right, and looked up into my eyes. Her cheeks flushed.
緊張が解けるおまじないなどを。
A charm? Her singing. Well, that's a better charm than I expected. 10 seconds passed. 60 seconds passed. 3 minutes passed. Oh, damn, we're gonna be late. At least get her apron. Yorihime could at least use her powers a bit. You know, make you a bit lighter on your feet. Sorry, we're late.
It's fine. There's no customers anyway.
初日から遅刻などと。私、このお詫びにもう何だってします。
Oh, girls like you should say that they'll do anything. Save that line for your future husband.
Or current one.
And now I'll run over the basics of the job. Men need brawn.
Men need brawn, women need boobs. That's it.
That's it.
You're joking, right?
That was a tiny job. My best jokes are still to come. Rest is the kitchen. Yuta and I will be manning the kitchen, dishes, and of course cooking.
I don't have a license or anything to cook. And I don't ever cook at home, so...
It's fine. Beach food is better when it's a bit crappy.
Okay. Kinda true, though.
The rest is easy. Roast corn.
Wait. Yeah, the rest is easy. Roast corn, you just roast...
You just roast it. And for squid, you just roast that too.
Well, duh.
Everything on the menu is written up on the wall there.
There was a board up on the wall with some typical simple meals.
We only offer soft drinks here. We don't have any alcohol. So tell that to anyone who asks. And now Yorihime is gonna be working the hole.
I mean, makes sense. You want to show her off, you know?
You're a server, is what that means. You take food, you take orders, bring food.
I'm really struggling here with the old lady voice.
It'd be a waste to keep a beauty like you back in the kitchen. The hall's all yours, lassie.
See, she gets it. I had to agree.
When there's nothing to do, you guys gotta work the sand.
The sand?
You gotta call customers in.
Marketing.
You could just say that.
You could just say that.
With a squid like you out there, they'll probably file in like a ride at Dreamland.
Yeah, what about...
Let's get to it then.
We nodded ambiguously to one another. Honestly, I was more unsure now than earlier on our way here.
What's the matter?
I mean, I was just thinking, maybe I should learn how to make the ramen or something.
Oh, you'll pick it up on the fly. Feel, don't think.
Oh. Well, that was probably the quickest way to learn.
Stick your finger in the rice bowl. That's how you salt it. You'll be fine as long as you keep that smile.
Your million Zimbabwe dollar smile. I'd rather you use US dollars. What? This is Japan. What?
Oh, just kidding. Kidding.
Yeah, even though it's a million Zimbabwe dollars, it's still like 3 cents. $3 American. At least she was humorous and easy to talk to. She's a bit too lax, you know? But Yorihime definitely looked unsure about all of this. I'll help, don't worry.
So, did you bring an apron?
Yorihime pulled her apron out of the department store bag and put it on. Oh my god.
Oh, well, isn't that just adorable? I couldn't have made you wear this greasy towel apron I had.
A towel.
A girl next door is no match for us now. The girl next door is no match for us now.
Hamada nodded over and over in excitement.
Here you go, Yuta. This is literally a towel. Oh, just kidding again.
And with that, our new job started. It was kind of hard to start work with no customers, though. So I tried my hand at calling them in from the beach. Welcome to Hamadaya. Come on in.
Oh, you got a good set of pups there.
Yeah, I'm doing pretty well, aren't I? Come over to Hamadaya. We serve the best shit food. What marketing? I suddenly felt a lot more enthused hearing her praise me. We've got delicious roast corn, yummy roast squid, and cold... Hang on a minute. No beer. We got cold beer on tap. Now you're just lying.
Yuta, no beer.
Oh, right. Can I copy down the menu first? I'll call out while I read it.
Oh, you've got more spunk than I thought.
What's that supposed to mean? You've never heard spunk before? I guess...
Yep. The customers will flock in when you call on them.
With you calling them. But contrary to our expectations, no one came. I definitely got reactions out of people, but the shop next door absorbed them quickly. Yeah, I don't know why you're the one calling out to people when Yorihime is right next to you. You could, you know, the power of a cute girl was undeniable. Not to mention the shop itself looked more proper.
お掃除が終わりました。
Good work. Okay, now it's her time to shine, you know. Yorihime silently praised me and turned back to look at the empty shop.
Now for our piece de resistance. Yorihime, you're about the sand.
Her face contorted in nervousness.
I'm feeling like the headhunter already.
That's a terrible joke again.
What's that supposed to mean?
Hamada glared at me. Okay, let's do it, Yorihime. Just like when we collected donations.
Hi.
Except she looks even cuter in the apron. Yorihime was ready to go after hearing that.
こんにちは。海の家の浜田屋です。
Whoa. It was like she flipped a switch. Her attitude was night and day when compared to me. Mine.
安くて美味しいかもしれない。海の家の浜田屋です。
He can't lie. Yorihime could tell no lie as usual. But still, with just a little effort from her. Oh! Even Hamada was blown away by the deluge of customers. 99% of guys. It's all men. 100% of them are guys. And even some of our competitors' customers came waltzing in. The cute waitress next door stood agape at the unfolding scene.
Woohoo! Look how busy we are now.
You need to get cracking. We need to get cracking.
Oh, right. It's been ages since it's been this busy. Maybe it never was.
The two of us went back inside the shop and started taking orders. The shop.
かしこまりました。カレーわかめラーメンオレンジジュースにウーロン茶をお願いします。
An oolong highball, actually. No alcohol.
ごめんなさい。ウーロンハイです。
We don't have booze.
申し訳ありません。うちではお酒は置いてないんですが。
Oh, okay. Just an oolong tea then. Huh? Actually, I ordered the roast squid. Not squid sashimi.
申し訳ありません。すぐにお取り返しますので。
Excuse me.
はい、少々お待ちください。
Why am I trying to make them wimpier? Am I trying to make each customer wimpier than the last? Maybe. She spun around to respond and tripped over her feet. The drink she had on the tray fell over, covering the floor in cola.
ごめんなさい。私ったら失敗ばかりで。
Yorihime slumped her shoulders once the customers thinned out. Yori, you're a little clumsier than you look. The opposite of Yuta, actually. What's that supposed to mean? Man, don't fret it. It's your first day, right? Mistakes are all part of the game. You're a lot kinder than you look, Hamada. And what's that supposed to mean? Yes, no CG and with the apron. We all laughed together. Having a boss who was willing to tolerate our mistakes and an experience was a lifesaver. But still, we couldn't get complacent. We had work to do. Well, everyone makes mistakes. Everyone has those days. Never mind. Like me. I just forgot to put the spice in the ramen broth. So then the soup was just hot water. Well, there was a little stuck in there. She gave a thumbs up as she said that. How serious was she about running a business? Like I said, she's too lax. There were so many orders. I let myself get excited. It was so the biggest mistake of all turned out to be that. As I was breaking up the curry blocks. What? No booze, huh? I overheard some complaints. That's pretty rare for a beach restaurant to not even have beer.
三番宅様、チャーハンとコーラです。
Coming right up. Yeah, we were getting a rhythm now. Right. Well, to be honest, my husband was a drinker, and his liver failed him, so alcohol is, well... I actually just made that up. Well, it's fine, right? Having at least one shop on the beach that's clean. Well... Of course, we couldn't agree against the owner's policy. Argue against the owner's policy. Then, before we knew it, it was 5:30 p.m. and time to close up.
ホタルの光
Wow, you're good.
キラ
What? Did Yorihime just did Yorihime ever respond like that? We closed a lot earlier. Looks like. The rest of the shops were still open as usual. It was summer, so there was still plenty of light. This is my fun. This is my fun right here. She motioned with her hand as if taking a shot. Sorry I had work early. The restaurant is more like a hobby anyway. Maybe that was why she didn't keep alcohol at the shop. She couldn't work and drink at the same time, I suppose. So she's the alcoholic. We finished cleaning up, and it was time to part. Well. You were both hustling today. How was your first day on the job?
はい。失敗も多かったですが、でも充実していたと思います。
Me too. The time just flew by. I see. Well, good. Both you really seem to have a knack for customers, Yori. But you really seem to have a knack for customers, Yori.
そうでしょうか。
You have a radiant smile. It's a kind one that really attracts a lot of people. I bet if the two of you opened up a bar in the future, you'd make a killing. The master and mistress. I mean, it would be the mama because it's a bar.
大将とおかみさん
So it'd be mostly Yorihime. You know, husband and wife running a bar. That's kind of a nice thought, actually. Well, I doubted either of us had any interest in opening a bar. Or, you know, working after this. I'll be leaving now. See you tomorrow. Good work. You know, considering Yorihime's a princess, so she's got a shit ton of money, so they won't really need to work for money. You know?
お疲れ様でした。
Thank you very much. Hamada was gone in a flash, and I turned back to Yorihime. You must be exhausted.
ちょっと疲れました。
Yorihime did a great job staying optimistic around our boss, but once we were alone, she grimaced slightly.
やっぱりユウタさんと一緒で正解でした。私一人だったらどうなっていたことか。
Well, I made some mistakes too,
そうですか？
like forgetting the bamboo shoots or the nori and the ramen. I think that's. I know you're trying. I get you're trying to relate to Yorihime, but like those mistakes are a lot less than her spilling coke all over the fucking floor. We laughed together at the fatigue from work seemed to drift away. It was just so nice having a girl I mean, a wife. Once I was a productive member of society, I would probably treasure our bond all the more. It's still light even at 6 p.m. It's still light out even at 6 p.m. We really can't take a swim after work. When's your swimsuit arriving again?
もうそろそろとのことでした。
When's your swimsuit arriving again? Oh, well, let's swim together when it comes. Yorihime nodded joyfully.